I'm Andy Aledort. In this edition of In Deep, I'd like to talk about different soloing approaches to playing on the Grateful Dead's Eyes of the World. The intro of Eyes of the World pretty much sits on an E major 7th chord like this. One way to embellish that is to take your pinky off and play E major 9. So you would have this. If you listen to the recording, you will hear that other chords are used as further embellishment. It's like a 3-chord progression to go from E major 7 with a reference to the 4 for a moment back to the E. So one way to do that would be like this. Here's another way you could do it. So in the first version, I went from E major 7 to A to E over there. In the second one, I went from E major 7 to like an A major 7 back to an E major 9. So that's a little bit, more textured, more color in there. Another way to do it would be to play your A here and your E there. So it would be. For soloing, one approach is to just use all the E major scale on everything. Now, one of the coolest things about Jerry Garcia is he finds these super cool ways to reference other scales, reference arpeggios, use a lot of chromatics. But a good place to start is just with the straight E major scale, and then we're going to move on from there to adding passing tones and look at scale substitutions for soloing. It gives a perfect opportunity to make sure you learn and you know your E major scale in every position of the neck. And also, what that leads you into is how to connect those scale positions when soloing in a smooth way with confidence. So let's start with an E major scale played in this position. So what I've got here is I used the open high E and B string, and then the open A and the open low E. Some guys don't like to use open strings. I find it's very useful just to create different patterns and sound. So it's a useful thing to do. All right, let's add to that the next position of E major. So what I did in this position, I just played 2 notes on the G string. I had done that in the first position too. 2 notes on the G. All the other strings were 3 notes. Same thing here. So it requires a bit of a stretch. But that's useful too, as you will see when you're soloing. And then let's combine that with this position. Same thing here, we had 2 notes on the G string. that example, I started here, and then I moved to here, and ended up here.